What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel. Check out the content. And with that being said, man, I want to speak on a recent report that Kendrick Perkins made about Russell Westbrook, right? And so now Kendrick Perkins, in my opinion, he always I think sometimes Kendrick Perkins just go above and beyond as far as like when he was reporting different things. He say some things about LeBron James that I think, as far as LeBron James being the GOAT and giving LeBron James all this credit, that I kind of think is like, being exaggerated. And this right here, this situation right here with Wilson, Russell Westbrook is the same thing, right? I think it's exaggerated. Kendrick Perkins is saying that he think that Russell is being blackballed out the league, right? And I'm a Russell Westbrook fan, right? But I don't think that Russell Westbrook is being blackballed. I think if Russell was being blackballed, they probably would have did this years ago, like right after he left the Lakers. I think that you had so many rookies coming in to the league now that you want to give a shot to. If you're a GM or any team in the league, you got rookies coming in, you want to give them a shot. You want to see if these guys can help you, because you already know what you have in a Russell Westbrook, right? I mean, you had Russell Westbrook been in the league for over a decade, so you already know what you're getting from him. And it's not like he has a championship pedigree that he's going to be able to take you to a championship. It's not like he's a veteran on the team, like a veteran voice for the for your young guys that you have on the team, and he could come in and just be a like that bridge from the coaching staff to the locker room with the young guys. Russell is not that guy, so the upside to having Russell on your team at this age, I mean, it's not, like I say, not going to lead you to the championship. He's not the veteran that you want to have in a locker room. Not that he is a disgruntled ball player, but I mean, he's not, that leadership is not there in my opinion. So, but I'm going to play what Kendrick Perkins, the audio from Kendrick Perkins, and then I'm going to come back and give my commentary.
And Russell Westbrook is not on the roster.
I like to believe that that's by choice. He's waiting for the right opportunity.
I believe that's not by choice. Now, let me say this.
Now, I do agree with Kendrick Perkins there, though. I don't think that is by choice, by Russell's choice, that he's not on a roster already. I think that if he had his way, he'd definitely be, on somebody's roster playing, because that's what he do. That's what he want. He want to be out there. And like I said, veteran teams, like teams that are in contention, really don't, they really don't need Russell. Think about all the teams, all the good teams in the league right now, like the services and the skill set that Russell bring to the table. Those teams don't need what Russell bring to the table.
This very situation, this moment right here that we're in, Russell Westbrook not being on the roster, is what hurt me and Russell Westbrook personal relationship. Because on sometime 3-4 years ago, when he was on the Lakers roster, okay, and reports came back to me from general managers around the league, and I said it on television, that, hey, man, Russ got to be careful now. The rumor is around the league is, word around the league is that if he don't be careful, temper it down, he might find himself out the league. Okay? This is...
All right, so let me speak on that. So, all right, so if back then, if Russell was the kind of player that really rubbed some people the wrong way, in my opinion, that means that, like, when a player is good and a player is in their prime, a lot of times their upside outweighs their bad side. And as soon as that change, as soon as you're not as you're not as good as you used to be, and your upside don't outweigh your bad side, then they're not gonna really put up with with your antics and your attitude and your approach to the game. They're not gonna put up with that. And like I said, Russell has been in the league for over a decade, and you saw what you know what you're getting with him. And I don't think that these general managers see like where he can really help their team, and so that's why I think that he's not in the league.
Said. After that, I get a long paragraph from his wife, Nina. She reads me her rights. I thought she did. I thought you would never turn your back. After that, our relationship was over with, right? Because then my wife get involved. They go back and forth because I ain't doing nothing but doing my job. And I'm not killing Russ, right? I'm not killing them. These are reports. But here.
And that's one thing I never understood. Like, why are these women getting involved in this? I mean, I just think that they should just stay out of it. I mean, because that's part of it, comes with the territory. Like, people are going to say things about these ball players, and that people don't agree with, but you just got to stay out of it, and just let Russell, handle that. All she can do really is just make it worse and give more, more content. Like, he's using this for right. Perkins is using this for content now, but if she had never said anything, then and so even now, like he said that he don't have a relationship with Russell Westbrook, right? There's still like that's a bridge burned, because now you have both wives going at it, and now it's personal, and so you never know when these guys might need each other again. So they just so eager to burn bridges, and when women get in there and they got their personal feelings in it, like it's over with. It's bridge burnt.
We are right at this very moment. Well, Russ opted out of his last year with Denver, right? He opted out. He had a player option. The only team that had interest from reports is Sacramento. And here we are starting the season, and Russell Westbrook is not on the roster.
And let me say this. Russell is a West Coast guy. And so why do you think Sacramento had an interest in Russ? Because they know that they know they're not going nowhere. Sacramento know they're not going nowhere, right? And so Russell Wilson on the roster is going to sell seats. It's going to draw attention to the team, right? So for Sacramento, they're like his upside outweighs the bad side. Like they're getting them on the cheap. So if they get him on the cheap, his upside outweighs his bad side, because he can help sell tickets and bring more attention to the team. Then teams will do that. But you're not going to have a team all the way over on the East Coast where he has no connection to the East Coast. There's nothing sentimental about, having that approach to it. So that it's like I said, that's more evidence, in my opinion, that he's not being blackballed. If you have one team, pulling for you, or that can see that has some interest in you, then that's not a sign of being, blackballed.
Do I believe he should be? Absolutely. I think he should be on the Milwaukee Bucks right now. I really do. But the reality is that for the first time in probably the last 15 years, Russell Westbrook is not on.
All right. So like he said, Russell has been in the league for 15 years. I never seen nobody get blackballed, like in the 15th year. Like, why? Why would they blackball him? Big part of the reason why Russell's not in there is because he don't offer a team right now anything that they can they can use in order, especially, you know, to take them to the next level. Sacramento is the only team that's, you know, that right there just speaks volume, because the only thing he can really offer them is the fact that he's from California. And, you know, they would capitalize on that fact that he's from California. And so, yeah, I think it's a non-story. And that's why I'm pushing back on Kendrick Perkins, because I don't think he's blackballed. Like, after 15 years, I mean, the league, they don't really see any value or any upside to having Russell on the team. So that's my take on it. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to leave a comment, and I'll check you all out in the next video. Peace.